Hello everyone. Today we'll host an interview together with Amit, CEO Stader Labs, and Anoothi, Head of Terra Near and Aptos. Welcome them. Hello Amit. Hello Anoothi. How are you?
Hey, Anton. We're doing great. Thanks for having us here. It's looking forward to the conversation.
Thanks for coming. It's a big pleasure for us. Let's start with a small question. How did you get into crypto and what did you do before crypto? And what was the process of creating Stader and participating in this big project?
For sure. So let me quickly introduce myself. So I am the co-founder of Stader. We started Stader Labs around May 2021. Siddharth, who is my other co-founder, along with Dheeraj, and I started Stader Labs back in those days. We started our journey on Terra and then expanded to several other blockchains. To answer your question on how we got into crypto and Stader, so I was primarily inspired by the revolution that was happening, which was the entire explosion of DeFi applications, including lending markets, DEXs, derivatives, etc. It felt like a completely radical change in the way financial systems are imagined and implemented. So that kind of inspired me to very actively start researching about crypto. And I started, obviously, like a lot of people, I started my journey in crypto by investing a portion of my assets into crypto, and reading, understanding the technology and the underlying
and when it was?
It was around mid of 2020.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thank you. And what about you, Anoothi?
Yeah, so I know Amit from my first job, which was as a management consultant in AD Carney. And I started investing in crypto about 5 years ago. Right before joining Stader, I was working for McKinsey & Company in New York for a bunch of consumer and fintech clients. And before that, I graduated from Harvard Business School. So I was a big finance nerd, took all the finance courses in business school, wanted to do something at the intersection of finance and technology, and always wanted to be part of an early stage startup ecosystem. And Amit and I were constantly discussing about what he's trying to build at Stader. And when this opportunity came along, I really jumped at it. And it has been quite a ride over the last few months. And super excited to be here to talk about what lies ahead and our journey on Near.
Great. Thank you for your introduction. I think that we can start with questions. And the first one is, I assume that almost everyone in our community is aware about Stader, but just in case, could you please describe briefly what exactly is Stader? What are you striving to achieve? What is the main vector of Stader?
Yeah. So starting with our mission. So we want to actually onboard 1 billion users onto staking, not just to crypto, onto staking. That's our vision, and we are on path to achieving that vision, right? Obviously, it's a very, very long-term vision that all of us in crypto are looking forward to. Coming to specifically what Stader Labs does, Stader Labs is a multi-chain liquid staking protocol. And what we build are, so on top, like basically, essentially what that means is we actually issue liquid staking tokens on top of staked assets that enable people to earn passive staking income while also having the opportunity to participate in DeFi.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, obviously, it's a lot more complex for newbies who are joining in crypto, and that is why our job is to simplify that journey and make it as easy and convenient as possible to the next 100 million, 200, 300, and 1 billion users to easily stake their assets and also ensure that they participate in DeFi opportunities to maximize their yields.
Great. What is the difference between regular and liquid staking, pros and cons?
Yeah. So essentially, regular staking or proof of staking, what that means is you actually delegate your tokens to a validator, and that validator participates in proof of stake consensus mechanism and earns rewards, right? In case of regular staking, when you are delegating your tokens to validators, those tokens are locked. Depending upon the network, for example, on Cosmos-based chains, it is 21 days. On Near, it is roughly about 3 days. And similarly, on networks like Polygon, it's about 3 days, Solana 3 days, and other networks like ETH. We don't even know when the withdrawals are coming out. But obviously, there will be an unbonding period once withdrawals are allowed, right? So depending on the network, the unbonding period varies. So essentially, when people are staking their tokens, those tokens are locked, and to unlock them, they need to go through this unbonding period. And the next thing about plain staking is when they are staking those tokens on the validator, they are locked. They cannot be utilized on other
They cannot be used in DeFi.
Yes, exactly. But what liquid staking enables is when they're staking the tokens with our smart contract issues a synthetic token. Like on, for example, Near, it's called NearX. And NearX is a representative token that gives the holder of NearX claim to the underlying stake Near. Right? And using that NearX, any user who holds NearX can obviously participate in DeFi opportunities. Like he can provide LP, which is liquidity on the DEXs, or he can, in the future, use NearX to participate in, to give NearX as collateral and take out loans on lending markets.
So you provide stakers with derivatives?
Yes.
Okay, so great answer. How your derivatives are baked? How do you provide liquidity to your derivatives so that it can be exchanged one-to-one to the native token?
Gotcha. So just a small correction. Our derivatives are not, the exchange rate on the derivatives is not one-to-one because this is a C token. What that means is when our smart contract stakes the tokens with the validators, the validators are generating rewards, and we take those rewards and compound them, restake and compound them. That means the amount of Near that is staked by our smart contract on the validators is increasing, but the NearX remains the same. So the price of NearX increases with respect to Near.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Great. Yep.
So that's about the exchange rate of NearX or derivative tokens.
Thank you for your answer. Yep, gotcha. The next one is you launch on Terra right before the Terra crash. It was a devastating event for the whole crypto community. Both Stader and DoubleTop made a big bet on Terra ecosystem. And what did you feel at this moment?
It was obviously shocking for us, and we had to obviously take a very big hit both on our treasury as well as on our TVL. So in erstwhile, when Terra 1.0 was before the DPEG event, we were at about $1 billion of total value of assets staked on our platform. It was definitely devastating for us, but I think life has to move on, right? We are all in crypto for the long run. So the short-term cycles shouldn't matter.
Great. So how long did it take to handle this challenge, to handle this moment? Because even for me, like regular crypto degen, it was very big hit for me because I had a lot of money in Terra, in Anchor, in UST. I participated in different log drops in LPs like Terra, UST, and it was like it was too big to fall, So
yeah, yep. That's what I mean. I totally agree with you. And it wasn't tough, especially for an organization which was, for a protocol whose home ground was Terra. We all we all had gone through a pretty rough phase, I would say, because we were deeply invested in Terra. That's where our majority of rewards, tokens, treasury was there, and like you, we were all deeply shocked.
What I can say, though, is that while it was definitely a shocking experience, I was really mind blown by the laser sharp focus that Amit, Dheeraj, and Sid had. And I remember that even just 2 days after the crash, we were really discussing about what's next and keeping our heads down towards building. So the focus to be multi-chain was always there, and we had started planning on the blockchains to go for next, even before the collapse. And that focus and direction really helped us to continue building and keep our heads down and build solid products for the users.
Great.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams that were building only on Terra kind of had to take a much bigger loss. But since we had de-risked a little bit before the Terra depeg or UST depeg, it was an obvious extension for us, though we had to suffer in the short term. But I think, like Anoothi mentioned, as a team, we were able to focus and execute and expand to several other blockchains as fast as we could.
And what is your main blockchain as for now?
So right now, our top two blockchains are Hedera and Polygon.
Okay, and the next question is now Stader expanded, as we know, to 6 networks. Yes, 6?
Right. Yeah.
Yes, but what is the priority when you choose a network? You have launched even on Hedera, but still do not have a product on Cosmos or Ethereum. What is your development strategy? How do you choose the blockchain to launch? Because as for me, it looks like the main network is Ethereum, the biggest one. Yeah, after that it's coming like Polygon or Cosmos. So, but you do not participate in that. How do you pick blockchains?
Gotcha. So the way we have, for any liquid staking protocol, right? The way the blockchain selection works is in two ways, right? One is the market cap of the blockchain, because our business is primarily coming from the assets staked on a platform. So the market cap of the blockchain plays an important role. The second biggest consideration is the maturity of the DeFi ecosystem on the blockchain. The number of DeFi projects that are getting built or coming already built and getting built in the future. So those play a significant role. Then the third one is the existing state of competition on that blockchain. Right? These are the three factors
it looks logic, because the main point of Stader is to provide people with liquid tokens so that they can participate in DeFi. But is not Ethereum the biggest one blockchain with the biggest capitalization, valuation, and the biggest amount of DeFi projects built on it?
100%. So we are already working on Ethereum. It's just a few months away before we launch ETH staking.
Great.
Yeah.
It will be something like Lido. The mechanism, or it will be something another. Can you tell about it more, please?
Sure. So what we are working on is a slightly more decentralized way of validation and the underlying infrastructure. So we are working with a partner on the distributed validator technology called SSV that provides these validators in a permissionless way, and also minimizes the risks of slashing and validator downtime. Right. So our solution will be a lot more decentralized and permissionless compared to the existing liquid staking protocols.
Great. I think that I want to know a little bit more about development strategy and choosing the blockchain. So you move on choosing the easiest way regarding the language, the native language of blockchain, or you launch on Hedera, but you don't, you haven't yet launched on Ethereum or Cosmos or other bigger networks. So you choose, like, it's very easy to start this to start working on this blockchain, and you start it, or you have some. Yeah.
So Hedera was a strategic opportunity where there was no staking available. Even Hedera, we were the first protocol that launched staking on Hedera. So that way, that was a strategic opportunity with a lot of support from the foundation. Hence, we chose Hedera over the other blockchains in terms of priority.
Okay, great. So you also looked at blockchain's team, project's team, and trying to cooperate with them to make it easy to launch easier. That's good. Yeah, looks smart. Okay, the next question is, you pay a lot of attention to deliver a high quality product, but for a lot of people who has been supporting you since SD launch, SD sale, it does look weird that you completely ignore the utility of your governance token. I mean, in other words, from our and other people's point of view, it's like, I don't want to say useless, but there is no utility for that. Are you planning to change that? Do you have any vision of how you can fix the situation? How to bring some? I mean that if you buy some token, then you can stake it, then you can receive some benefits from it. You can increase your RPY for your stables, or you can receive some allocation if it is Launchpad. I mean different utility. And do you plan some utility for SD token?
Yeah, for sure. So obviously SD is our main like native governance token for Stader platform. By the way, before the Terra crash, we had SD staking that had gone live already on Terra 1.0 because that was the first blockchain where we were live. So SD staking was live, and almost like 1% of SD tokens were staked on Terra with us. I'm talking about SD tokens.
How much percent?
Back then, almost like 1% out of the 3-4% of the network that was circulating was staked with us on Terra blockchain. After that, we have already completed the development of smart contracts on ERC20 for SD staking. So even the audit is completed. Currently, we are just testing those in beta with a few users.
And what is the benefits of staking SD token? What do stakers receive?
Sure. So two main things. One is they receive a share of the protocol revenue.
Okay.
For staking and participating governance.
At which percent?
Sorry, we are yet to finalize those details.
Can you repeat this?
Yeah. So two benefits. First one is stakers of SD tokens receive a percentage of protocol benefits. In terms of exact percentage, we will announce it at the time of
great.
staking launch.
Okay, great.
The second one is stakers also get to participate in voting on various proposals.
So like governance. Yeah. Okay, great. One more question about utility. Maybe you plan to increase some APYs by staking. You stake like 100 token, you receive some bonus. You stake 1,000 token, you receive bigger bonus. You stake 1 million, you receive like great big bonus.
Gotcha. So we will we will do it incrementally. So initially, plain like vanilla staking will go live. Then we will add potentially models like longer lockup or higher reward percentages for.
Okay. The higher lockup, the higher. Okay, great strategy. Thank you. I think great answers. I get everything I wanted. The next question is that nowadays it's a very difficult time for all DeFi products. Hacks and exploits happen almost every day, and unfortunately, you faced it as well. And for me, as a user, as a regular crypto degen, I really I started to skip some opportunities because maybe 1 year ago I participated in all the programs, all the liquidity minings, farmings, like LPs, buy that token, make LP, farm that tokens, and nowadays you buy something, you stake something, you got exploited, you lost your money. And as for me, I stopped. I'd rather will be hacked than earn some money. And a lot of people think like that. So it's better to have some stable coins on my ledger or MetaMask rather than to put them in some protocol. Do you have some thoughts about it? What exactly happened? Because 2 years ago, there were less hacks, and now once a week, there is some hack for thousands, for hundred millions. This week, Wintermute got hacked for 160 millions. Do you have some thoughts about it?
Yeah, I think crypto is still a very nascent and experimental technology, right? So these are all part of the growing pains. It's a little while protocols and teams want to expand and build new innovative solutions. These are some of the challenges that we continuously face, right? No protocol is immune to any kind of a security event. The most important thing is to, one, make sure that we are taking adequate proactive measures to protect the safety of funds. Two, how does a protocol react in case such event happens, right? Not just in terms of reimbursing users, also in terms of enhancing security and making sure that the protocols or teams learn from the incident and what kind of measures they put in place in the future so that such incident doesn't repeat, right? So while security incidents are bad in a way, limiting the damage and also learning from them becomes critical. So that's how I would think about these incidents.
Do you have some thoughts, Anoothi?
Yes. So, I would just like to build on what Amit said. So, for the incident that, you have been talking about, Anton, some things really can't be avoided, but how we react in the aftermath really matters. So, we went live on Near with 2 audits, and the incident involved somebody being able to mint 20 million NearX by transferring NearX to their own account. And this was something which was really specific to the Near blockchain in terms of the NEP141 token implementation. And, it's an evolving space. But what I can really speak about is that we were able to identify this incident in a matter of really minutes. And we paused the NearX smart contract and transfers right away. And once we had been able to do this and identify the total drain from this incident, which amounted to 165K Near from the LPs, we decided to reimburse users in full for the amount that they lost on the LPs. And the 2.5 million Near, which was staked on the Stader app, was 100% safe with the validators. And it has really been a period of deep reflection for us, post the incident. And we have realized that we always will want to keep community front and center at Stader. And so the decision to reimburse and make it, as early and smooth as possible was top priority for us. And we reimbursed users for all the Near that we owed them by the 12th of this month. And once we launched with the upgraded NearX smart contract on 16th, we also reimbursed them for the entire NearX. And then also deployed a very comprehensive multi-layer security plan to bring, really a gold standard in security in terms of liquid staking on Near. Happy to talk more about that during the course of the interview. And we are using this opportunity to set the best standards in security, not just for ourselves, but for the ecosystem in general overall.
Great. And have you already done anything to prevent such malevolent situations? Maybe how can users assess the risk of using the protocol? Maybe some guidelines, instructions for them, maybe some steps that you already made.
Yeah. So, what I can say is that we have left really no stone unturned to do everything that is possible under the realm of security. We are really trying to do our best here. So the first thing we did was that we got the upgraded NearX smart contract audited by 3 audit partners. We earlier had 2 audit partners, and then we onboarded OSEC, which was our 3rd audit partner, and it came highly recommended by the Near Foundation and the proximity team. We also asked our older auditors, Blocksec and Halburn, to revisit the upgraded NearX smart contract from scratch and deploy a team of entirely new engineers to look at the code. So the upgraded NearX smart contract, for all purposes, has 3 brand new audits, which is really, the only liquid staking protocol to have that on Near.
And what is the risk of using Stader as for now? For users, if I want to stake I want to stake Near, and what are the risks that I should handle? As you think, in your opinion.
Yeah, so I can get started, and Amit, feel free to pitch in. I would say that, as a protocol overall, we in the 6 blockchains that we are present on, we have more than 17 audits as of today. And we have really partnered with some of the leading audit companies in the Web3 space. And leaving no stone unturned in terms of creating constant monitoring and easy responsiveness through our tech integrations. So I would say that we are really trying to bring as safe a solution as possible. Also, we have been working very closely with the developer community on each of these blockchains. So, for example, we are working with developers in, say, Proximity Labs to collaborate on our code and take a look at it and share any feedback. And we, going forward, are also going to make sure that if there are any other additional security measures that can be taken, and if there's any feedback from other partner protocols, we continue to incorporate that. So I would say that, based on the feedback we have received from any of the partner protocols, we have really done everything that is possible to be done by a protocol in terms of safety standards. And I would say that it is an evolving space, and we will continue to learn and grow as we keep building. But Amit, over to you if you want to add anything here.
Super.
Yes. So I think Anoothi had covered it well, but in terms of risks, right? I mean, so the most important thing that we have done right now, I mean, even before the Near incident, was that we have gotten like 2 separate auditors to audit the code. We've got others peers to review the code, and so unfortunately the event happened, right? So, and even after that, we have made sure that we had 3 fresh set of eyes. Even the existing auditors, we have requested them to deploy a new set of engineers to look at the smart contracts. It's not that the same set of engineers had looked at it.
And as we already discussed a little bit, developers, is there some demand for developers exactly for Stader team? Or maybe do you have some vacancies, or do you hire now?
Yeah, so there's always demand for really good smart contract developers at Stader. And since we operate across EVM as well as Rust-based blockchains, that demand exists all the time.
Super. And where can we find vacancies, or how can people apply to work in Stader?
They can write to me directly, or they can write on careers@staderlabs.com.
Okay. So using official resources is the best way. The next question is about your advantages against other liquid staking platforms. Why should people choose Stader? What is the, for example, 3 main advantages between you and your competitors?
Anoothi, do you want to take a crack?
Yeah, I can get started on this. So I would say the first biggest differentiator is that, we are a leading multi-chain liquid staking solution. So we have not just built on one, but 6 different blockchains as of today, and established ourselves as, in a market leading position in each of these. And what this really does for Stader is that it diversifies our revenue and TVL base, and it gives users the access to a blockchain that is deriving value from multiple sources and is truly well diversified. So that is the first point. The second thing is that Stader follows a really rigorous process in terms of validator selection, monitoring, and rebalancing, and that has proved to be a differentiator for us across the blockchains that we are present on. We build, strong on-chain data analytics to study validator performance and establish very clear and transparent criteria for validator selection. We also keep rebalancing the validator pool based on the movement of validator performance metrics. And this allows us to bring the best set of validators to the users in terms of security and returns. Mm-hmm. And the third thing is that, Stader has been extremely rapid and executing truly at rocket speed in terms of protocol integrations to maximize the utility of our liquid staking derivative across the different blockchains that we are present on. So, you name it, be it DEXs, lending protocols, yield optimizers, or, wherever possible, even launchpads or gaming solutions on Near. We are trying to make sure that the liquid staking derivative on a blockchain gets the maximum use case and utility possible, so that it can truly expand the earning potential for the user and be ready to be the native default token on that blockchain. And this unlocks a true yield on yield opportunity for the users through the liquid staking derivative that Stader has. And all of this, these 3 get backed by SD incentives, which is Stader's native token, through boosted staking APY, dual incentives across protocols we partner with, and helps unlock even more supercharged returns over and above the staking and DeFi.
Excellent. Thanks for the answer. That was really good. Thanks. Can we talk about Near a little bit? As far as I know, you just launched it. How it was? What's your plans? And tell us about the Near ecosystem. Maybe there were some issues with launching on Near, and like how it was. How is it was easily to launch on it? Because it's like another blockchain. It's not EVM compatible and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, Anton. Thanks for that question. So we launched with our upgraded NearX on the 16th of August, and we went live with our NearX liquidity pool on Jumbo, which is the second biggest DEX, and also with the NearX pair on Tonic DEX, which is the biggest order book DEX on the Near blockchain, and the other integrations, which is our LP on Trisolaris and Ref, is coming pretty soon. And super excited for users to be availing all the dual incentives that are coming with these partnerships. Some of the other exciting launch bonanza is that Stader is charging 0% commission as we have launched on the blockchain, and we are offering 1115 per day in rewards, which is making the boosted staking APY at currently 60% plus. So really an extraordinary opportunity for users to maximize on their earning potential by simply staking their Near with Stader. And as more integrations come through, we will be adding dual incentives to the NearX Near pair on Ref and then on Trisolaris as well, so that users can then use this NearX, say on providing liquidity to Jumbo, Ref, or Trisolaris to even earn additional yield. The current APY on the Jumbo LP is north of 30%. So, a really exciting double digit on top of the 60% staking APY. And
how many APY?
So currently for the boosted staking APY, the numbers look like 60% plus. So high number.
What does it mean? What does it mean boosted? It's timely boosted, or it's some what's that? Boosted?
Yeah, so it's a daily reward, and we are giving you a native staking yield of 10.35% because Stader isn't charging any commission as of now. And then we are giving 1115 near per day in rewards, which is boosting the total staking yield to 60% plus APY. And that is something you can see on the Stader app. Other than the boosted staking yield and the LP rewards, we also have exciting staking competitions. So we have a staking competition for users who can stake 500 near or more, where we are giving even additional 10% return. And we also have exciting giveaway competition for users who want to stake 100 to 500 near. Our partner KOLs are running this competition and to provide users with the opportunity to earn close to 10% yield on top of all the returns that they will get on staking. And we have, for those who have a small ticket size, a green competition to stake anywhere between 10 to 100 near and earn some exciting rewards.
One more question from me is, what's your, how to formulate that question? I think, what's your main blockchain? As you said, it's Hedera. But why? Do you earn more money on Hedera? Is there a lot of active users? As for me, I think the main is Near, no?
So when I say the main blockchain, I was actually referring to in terms of the TVL. And
you
in
mean
terms
what?
of total value of assets.
Okay. TVL. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
So, and obviously we have since we had gone live on Hedera I think in the month of May or June this year. So it is also probably after Terra, it is the oldest one for us. And we are the only staking protocol that is live on Hedera. Having said that, Polygon is also grown quite well for us.
So you mean that Hedera is very perspective blockchain, so that you have no competitors there. That's why you consider it's like the main. So great. Okay.
So not having competitors is not a reason for that. But I mean, of course, Hedera the community is great there, and also the potential use cases that Hedera could span can also be relevant in a lot of enterprise use case levels, right? Having said that, our priority are basically all the top blockchains for us, right? Including Polygon, Hedera, Near, BNB. These are the main blockchains for us at the moment.
Okay, great. And the next ones you want to launch on is Ethereum and Cosmos.
Yes, Cosmos selective chains that have very high market cap and DeFi ecosystem.
Osmosis, Juno, something like that, yes?
Yes, stay tuned. We'll be announcing more details.
Okay. I think that the last question is about your future plans, about your future development. Can you share a little bit what can we expect from Stader next? Maybe some insights or something interesting for our audience.
Yeah, for sure, Anton. So in terms of future plans, right, we are going to be continuing to develop liquid staking across the newer blockchains and also aggressively expand TVL and products on the blockchains that we are already live on. So what that means is BNB, Near, Polygon, we are going to aggressively grow on each of these blockchains by adding more and more integrations on the liquid staking tokens. We are also actively, as I mentioned earlier, working on ETH and a few specific Cosmos-based chains. Then the third one is, since we already have Anoothi here, she is already working on launching liquid staking across some of the newer Mo-based blockchains, including Aptos and Nistan.
Nice. So you want to cover every blockchain with Stader, with liquid staking. So that great. Okay, thanks guys for coming. That was great AMA. Thanks for great answers. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Anton. It was great catching up with you.
Okay.
Thanks, Anton.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Nice to
Okay.
meet you.
Bye-bye.
Anton.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.